Kumkan. Sure.
Sure, sir.
Mama is out. I'm working.
Sir?
Sorry, I'm talking to this guy here.
Oh,
I'm working. What do you want? What do you want? Hmm? I'm
Morning,
just
sir.
Malefi, greet.
others, guys. Let's just complete this quickly. We did this, and I'm going to repeat it so many times until you guys understand everything here. Quickly, Mulefi, what is A?
A is 35 something, 35,000 something.
Tell me how we get A.
It's 31,500. You times,
Get it.
you multiply 7 and 4, 5.
You multiply 7 and 4.5. How do we get B again?
Six times 6,000.
It's 6 times 6,000, and that will give you 36,000, right?
Yes.
And what is the value of D? What's that?
5,000.
It's 5,000. Okay. Why did you choose 5,000?
Because it's on the
Because it's
30th
after.
of September.
Because it represents purchases that were made on the 30th of September. So 5,000 times 2 will give you 10,000, right? And then what is G? Let's start with F. What is F?
F is 5,200.
5,200, right?
Yeah.
So F will be 5,200. What is 5,200 times 3? That is because it comes from purchases that were made on the 30th of December 2020. What do we get as 5,000 times 3?
15,600.
15,600.
Perfect. What do we get as C? You're just going to add 50,000 plus 93,600 plus 36,000. How much do we get at C?
179,600.
179,600. Now, at the end of the year, if I was to ask you how many, well, not at the end of the year, I'm going to say units available to be sold. How much will that be?
Eight.
34.
Nope.
8.
This is how you calculate. No, 8, it's units that are still remaining, we have on hand. I'm looking for
Is
units
it not 34?
available to be sold, the ones that are available to be sold in total.
It's not 34.
No, it's not 34. This is how you calculate units that are available to be sold.
Is it not 6?
Nope. This is how you calculate it. You will start with opening balance. How many units do we have as opening balance?
34.
7.
No, 7. And then
It's
you
7, but
purchases, but purchases you minus returns. Your purchases in total is 34. And how much will be your returns?
Five.
Your returns will be 5. 34 minus 5. How, guys?
29.
29. What is 29 plus 7?
it's 36.
It's 36. So 36 represents units available to be sold. These are units available to be sold. Did we sell all of them?
So
No, we sold 28 of them.
We sold 28 of them. How many units do we still that are not sold? If there's a word like that, I'm not sure.
8.
It's 8. All together, guys.
please
Yes.
record the lesson.
I am recording the lesson. Okay. Let me just make sure. Yes, I am recording the lesson. Now, if I was to ask you, what is the value of these 8 units? How would you calculate it? Please note, out of the 10, we no longer have 10 anymore left. How many units do we still have left?
8. Isn't it that 8?
Thank you. No, it's 8, but 8 is 10 minus, it's 10 minus the 2 that was returned.
Yeah.
And then how many of these units do we still have left?
15.
It's 15, and 15 is simply 18 minus 3. Now, we still have those 6 units in total. Now, what makes up this 8 here? Where does this 8 come from? Remember, it's first in, first out. First in, first out simply means that that 7 is gone. It has been sold. So there's no way that that 7 made it to closing stock. Tell me, how do we calculate the value of closing stock again? I need to make sure that you guys get this.
Is it not that one there with the opening balance, purchases, returns?
Yes, but these units here, I want the cost price of these units.
It's the 6 and 2 from the 15.
Exactly. It is this 6 and the 2 from 15. Thank you for that. It simply means that the last purchases will be the ones that make it to closing stock. It is the 6 in total, as well as the 2 that comes from the December purchases. In total, this will give you 8, meaning that 2 items of closing stock will cost 5,200, and 6 items of closing stock will cost 6,000. And this will give us the value of the closing stock. And the value of our closing stock, as we said, will be 46,000 Rand. Any questions, guys?
Sir,
Yes.
this isn't really a question about the work. It's just, do you mind sending these notes so that we can
No,
have them?
I will also send the video links, okay?
Okay, thank you.
So I guess you guys don't have questions. I'll continue. What I'm simply saying to you guys, it's simply this. I won't repeat it. I'll just show you the video. Out of the 18, I'll be left with 15. And the 6, I still have all of them. But I sold, these are the ones that are still remaining. So it'll be 2 times 5,200 and 6 times 6,000. So these are the ones that are remaining, which will make it as part of our closing stock, which is 2 times 5,200 and 6 times 6,000. When you add the 2, it'll simply give you 46,000. And this will be the value of our laptops on hand or closing stock. It's simply the laptops on hand or closing stock, okay? Now we're gonna be calculating cost of sales using periodic. What did I say we're gonna start with when we calculate cost of sales using periodic?
Opening balance.
We're gonna start with opening balance. Now, what was our opening balance?
31,400.
500, right? 31,500. So I'm just gonna write it here as 31,500. What's next?
Purchases.
We're gonna have
Minus returns.
purchases minus returns. Perfect. So over here, I'll just have purchases. And you minus returns. How much do we have as our purchases?
179,000. I think it's 600.
179,600. And then you have to minus your returns. How much will be your returns?
15,600.
25,600. Do you agree with me?
Isn't it 15,600?
It's 25,600. You don't agree with me?
Oh, okay, yes.
Because our returns in total will simply be these two here. So it's 10,000 plus 15,600. Hence, I'm going to go back there. I'm just going to have my returns, which will be that amount. It will be 25,600 and close bracket. How much do we get then?
$154,000.
154,000. And then what did I say you must do from here? What's the next step?
Carriage and yeah.
So you're going to have carriage on purchases. Do we have them?
No.
So it's 0. What's next?
Custom duties.
Custom duties. Do we have them?
No.
Also don't have them. And what's next? I don't want to talk. It is closing.
What was the question, sir? What was the question, sir?
What's next? So it'll be closing stock. How much will be our closing stock? How much will be our closing stock, guys?
46,000 something.
It's just 46,000. And then you will simply have to calculate our cost of sales. So the amount that we're going to have now left will be cost of sales. How much will be our cost of sales?
So,
So,
isn't it 46,400?
Is it 46,400?
yes.
Because 5,200 times 2 is 10,400.
Okay, I'll just put it here. So please tell me, what am I going to have as the final amount here? What will be the value for our closing stock? I mean, cost of sales, sorry.
107,600.
600, that's it. Guys, do you have questions?
Yes.
Ask.
So, why is the closing stock in brackets?
The reason why closing stock is in brackets, let me just start from here. We have opening balance, right? Are you fine with that?
Yes.
Okay. We've got opening balance. We've got purchases minus returns. What is cost of sales? Definition, what is cost of sales? Guys.
It's the cost price
Of what?
of the items you have.
No.
Cost price of available items.
Guys, what is cost of sales?
Oh, it's the
Of items sold.
Thank you.
Yeah, the cost of the items sold.
It is the cost price of items sold. So these ones we have sold them. Why am I minusing this? Anybody, can anybody answer that question?
Because we haven't sold them, they're left over.
Haven't been sold. Do you understand why I'm subtracting it, Milena?
Yes, I do.
I'm subtracting it because it hasn't been sold. So I'm going to take the 31,000 add it with 154,000 and subtract that 46,400. It'll give me the cost price of items that I have sold. According to periodic,
Sir,
this is how you calculate cost of sales. Yes.
the cost of sales, sorry, I didn't add the 31,500. It's actually 139,100.
Oh, 139,100.
Yes, 100. Yes, sorry.
Okay. Please don't make that mistake in the exam because I've seen people make that mistake. If you have a number that is written in bold, please, guys, don't forget to add it because it's part of the calculations. Are we clear? At what time does this lesson end, guys? Because I can't check my phone while I'm teaching. Does anybody know?
10:40.
10:40. Oh, so we still have time. Perfect. Okay. Can I continue? Anybody
Sir,
have any questions?
I have a question, sir.
Yes.
So the closing stock, does that go to trading stock or
Yes, it's part of trading stock. We haven't sold it, it's part of trading stock. But this one forms part of cost of sales. We good?
Sir,
Yes.
will there ever be a time where we don't have the opening balance?
If you don't have, no, in all the papers, because when I prepare your notes, I'm simply using past papers and I haven't come across that.
Okay. Thank you.
Proceed, guys, to the next example. Okay, I guess that's a yes. So I'll just have to do this. Okay, perfect. Ah, thank you. I just need to make sure you guys understand everything today. Just take a look at this example here. Sales, we have sold 3,600 shirts, right? They also gave us cost of sales. They also gave us the sales amount. What is our opening stock here? Guys,
isn't it the 48K?
sorry?
Isn't it the 48?
No, no, you're breaking actually. I can't hear you. Hi guys, are we still together?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Please tell me then, what will be the opening balance?
What?
Isn't it the 48,000?
48,000.
It's
It is 48,000. Oh, that's what he was saying. I only had 48. It is the 48,000, all right? So basically, when you don't look at the value as such, we're gonna come back to the value, but you only look at this, okay? We have 600 units available. I mean, 600 units as opening balances. Now, let's just go step by step. My purchases in total, the number of units will be 4,210. And in March, I returned 60 units. That is on the 7th of March. And the cost price of those units is 100. And I returned 150 units on the 24th of June 2013. And the cost price of those units I returned will be 120. Let me just check, guys, with you. How many of these units do I still have? How many of those units are available to be sold?
Isn't it 730?
How did you get that?
I minus the 150 from the 880
So you minus 150. Why did you minus 150?
because it was returned.
Because it was returned. How many of these units do I still have available to be sold?
What was that?
620.
So I'm going to minus 60, right? Okay.
Yes.
Whoa, what happened there? Sorry for that, guys. I don't know what happened. Okay, everything just disappeared. Are you guys still there? Just to check if everyone is still there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just bear with me. Anything just disappeared. I have no idea why. Okay. Come on. Okay. Alrighty. So Kumkani, you said from the 680, we're gonna minus how much?
'Cause
60.
Mulefi, Mara, yeah,
No,
60.
60. And then from 880, you said we need to minus 115, right? Here we'll
Yes.
have 730. What do we have over there? What is 680 minus 60?
620.
You said it's 620. So over here, we still left with 620. That's what we're gonna have, okay? Those are the units that we still have available, all right? Now, here is a question, guys. What is our closing balance? What is our closing balance, guys?
It's opening balance plus purchases minus returns.
Minus returns, but I want our closing balance. They gave it to us, so we don't need to calculate it in this scenario.
Where is it?
Look carefully.
Is it the net total?
No, net total is simply units available to be sold. These are the units available to be sold.
Is it the 504?
Nope.
Isn't it that 415,000?
No. Close.
Wait, what are we calculating?
I'm looking for closing stock. How many units do I have as closing stock?
Is it not the
4,000?
4,210?
4,210. Those are total purchases.
The 4,000?
4,000 is your net purchases, units available to be sold. That's your purchases minus your returns. It's written there.
Is it 400?
970.
Thank you. It's 970, guys. Closing stock is 970. Are we together?
Yes.
All righty. How do we value that stock then, that closing stock?
We need to find the price per unit, I think.
Thank you. Of closing. Now tell me, how do we divide it?
Won't we have 350 from the that cost 100 Rand each, and then 730 that cost 120 Rand each?
So we're gonna start with the 730. Do you mind if I start with that?
That's fine.
730, and you're gonna multiply this by how much?
120.
You're gonna multiply that by 120. Okay, there it is. You're gonna multiply that by 120. How much do you get?
87,600.
And then obviously we've got the 730. So the whole 730 has been sold. And it still doesn't make out, well, it doesn't make that 970. So how do we get to 970? You said we're gonna have 150, right? Am I right?
240.
240. And the 240 will be multiplied by how much?
100.
It will be multiplied by 100.
So where does the 240 come from?
I will explain it shortly. How much do you get?
$24,000.
24,000. All righty. Check this out, Kumkan. How many units do we have as closing stock, Kumkan?
970.
It's 970. Okay. So that 970, the question is, what makes up that 970? Do you know?
Oh, I see.
So of that 970, remember, this was the first purchase, all right? For the year, this was the first purchase. This was the second purchase. That was the third purchase. That was the fourth purchase. Now, when we look at closing stock, when we calculate the value of our closing stock, we start from the last purchase because the last purchase will be the ones that make it to closing stock. We basically, you guys said it nicely yesterday. You said the new ones will be the ones that make it to the closing stock. The old ones are gone. We have sold the old ones. So basically, this 970 It means that 730 of 970 comes from 24 June purchases, and 24 June purchases is simply 730. And the cost price of those 730 units will be 120 per unit. Do you get that, Kumkan?
Yes.
Do you understand why I used 730 multiplied by 120 here?
Yes.
But that 730, does it make up that 970?
No.
How many units do we still have that we need to add to make that 970?
That's 240.
We need 240. But those 240 will come from the second last purchase. And the second last purchase happened on the 6th of March. Do you get that?
Yes.
Now, on the 6th of March, how many units are we going to take from the 6th of March?
That 240.
It is 240 because in total it needs to make up how much?
970.
It needs to make up 970. And if 240 comes from them, it means the cost price of each unit will be 100. That's why I multiplied it by 100 and it gave me 24,000. And at the 2, it'll give you 107,600. And this will be the value of your closing stock. Are we good?
Yes.
You sure?
Yebo.
Is everyone okay, guys? Are we all sorted?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you. Saki. Is Saki gone? And Atang.
Sir,
Yes.
to get that final amount, did you add the two amounts from the 240 and the 730?
Yes. They need to make up that 970 of your closing stock.
Oh, thank you.
All right. So basically, this is what we've been doing. You guys have any questions? All righty. How do we calculate cost of sales from this?
Opening balance,
Opening balance of how much?
48,000.
So you're going to have opening balance of 48,000. All right. And then what are you going to do?
Then you're going to add purchases minus returns.
Purchases minus returns, right? I'm just going to go to this because I'm struggling here. Actually, here I don't even need to calculate cost of sales. Sorry for that. Cost of sales was given to us, okay? Here it is, but you were right. If we're gonna take purchases, it's opening balance, purchases minus returns, and then you add carriage on purchases. You also add custom duties, but that was not necessary. I just remembered right now. We were actually given our cost of sales, and our cost of sales figure is over there, which is 415,500. So what they wanted us to do here is to calculate gross profit. To calculate gross profit, you will simply take your sales figure minus your cost of sales figure. And your sales figure minus cost of sales figure will simply give you a gross profit of 88,500. And when you calculate your gross profit margin, please remember this, guys. Gross profit margin is simply your gross profit divided by cost of sales multiplied by 100. And that will be 21,003.3. I mean, 21.3%. I repeat, gross profit margin. You will always use cost of sales. I mean, gross profit divided by cost of sales. It's gross profit divided by cost of sales multiplied by 100. It will give you 21.3%, and that will be your gross profit percentage, or simply your profit margin. And then we're going to have to calculate stock holding period. With respect to stock holding period, we're going to discuss this later on when we do financial analysis. But for now, I'm just going to show you guys how to calculate it. You will simply take your opening stock, okay? You take your opening balance of your trading stock. you add it with your closing balance of your trading stock, which is the one that we just calculated. You half it and you divide it by 415,500, which is your cost of sales, and you multiply that by 365. If you don't understand that, it's still okay. We're going to do that later on under ratios, but I just need to introduce you guys to this right now. And that will give you 69.35 days, meaning that we're going to hold our stock for 69.35 days in a year. Okay, and then we'll discuss this later on. Any questions with respect to calculating the value of closing stock using first in, first out? Is there any person that still doesn't understand? I guess there is no one, so I will go straight to the next.
So we've got 2 minutes left of the meeting.
All righty, guys. I guess then it's a goodbye for now, ne? But can I just show you guys a snippet of the next question in case you want to do it on your own? When do I see you guys again?
Tomorrow, last period.
Tomorrow, last period. Okay. Just look at this question. You can take a screenshot or a photo. How?
So in regards to homework, is it 6 on the same day or in the next day?
It takes the next day. Actually, it's 6 the same day. Sorry.
So
What?
Can it please be 8 o'clock or like 12?
12. Are you pushing?
So that when you wake up, no, listen.
Sir,
So that when you
Yeah.
check your
it's not
email the
possible.
next day,
sir,
Yes.
sir, like that deadline is unrealistic. When we're at school, like let's say like we're there today, like you were under normal circumstances, you would give us homework, ne?
Then you will.
No matter how much it is, and expect it the next day, right?
exactly.
So why is it different when we're online?
Agree on.
Thank you.
And then I'll write it there.
Sir,
Yes.
agree on?
Time. Because we have, if I give you homework today, I have to do it. I have to give you guys answers the following day. Can I make it 6 the following day? Is it fine?
Yes.
Yes, that's fine.
That's fine.
Okay. Guys, take a look at that, and I will also send it to you. We're going to be doing this as our last